The Accra-Tema Motorway was constructed by Ghana's very first president, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, to serve as a major link between Accra and the port city of Tema. However, since its construction, the facility has not received any massive renovation so far. Today's reporter takes a look at how the facility is being maintained by Ghanaians. When we were coming to this particular end, we realized that many of the squatters were still settled along the road, a situation many Ghanaians feel it's a worry. My colleague Empress Apia is on the other side of the motorway, and we want to speak to her concerning her observations so far.
I received it from you, Uncle Kojo Achiampong. This is the Accra-Tema Motorway with its own stories. I am Empress on the road. As a child, I have seen too much bloodshed on the Accra-Tema Motorway. Why is this happening? Let's take a look at the Accra-Tema Motorway.
As I journeyed back to Accra from the Volta region, I decided to ply the Accra-Tema Motorway since the route would be shorter. Moments later, the lenses of our cameras captured these men dumping a whole truck of refuse on the side of the road. Shocked as I was, I parked and got closer to inquire.
Do you know it is wrong to be dumping on the motorway? Okay, I didn't know much about that, but nobody has dumping it here. You have seen people dumping on the motorway? Yeah. Is the motorway a dumping site? Because animals will come and eat it. What is it? Where are the animals coming from? Oh, they are around now. The cows. They will come and eat it. You are dumping refuse here and you are saying animals will come and eat it. Right. You see how people dump on the motorway. Are animals coming to eat this stuff that you dump here? This thing that you have dumped here, what is this? Are the animals coming to eat it? I mean, this thing you put, what is it? Straw or what? Is it straw or what? What is that? Yeah, it's straw. You mean animals to eat that? Yeah, animals to eat everything. Do you know you can be arrested for this? Oh, I don't know much about that. You are dumping refuse on the motorway. Okay, then. You are dumping refuse on the motorway.
So this man, who gave his name as Yusuf, called his assistants to reload the filth into the vehicle.
This is not a refuse dump.
Driver Yusuf, who seemed unperturbed about what he just did, stood aside and urinated comfortably by the road, still unconcerned even with my presence.
I can't believe it.
Shortly after they left, only God knows where their next target of disposal would be. It is a hot Sunday afternoon, and Bediakon has spotted this site as a resting place. He usually comes here anytime he is in the area to rest. Bediaku says he sleeps here due to the cool nature and fresh breeze that surrounds the area. At the time we got there, he was deeply asleep on the side of the motorway.
Hi brother, can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? Is there anything I can do to help you? You said you are tired? Yeah, but you see, this part of the motorway is the most dangerous part of the motorway. Yes, this motorway. The place you are lying here is the most dangerous part. You understand? Sometimes when the cars are passing, they fail, they lose control as a result of brake failure and other things. So where you are lying is a little bit disturbing, it's a little bit scary.
Not even the disturbing sounds of the heavy trucks and rickety vehicles were enough to whisper into the ears of the ignorant man who was gambling with his life for nothing. Just at the toll booth, we found this hawker sleeping with his leg on the main road. His colleagues and other security men were also there unconcerned. Few distance from where the sleeping hawker laid were these cattle crossing the road to and fro without any supervision. It was with no shock that I clearly saw this accident involving a cow and this Nissan vehicle.
Motorway. Cattle have completely taken over the motorway.
I'm saying, why did you leave the cattle?
Serious, I know I go sack them no. No go. You go spoil first. You can't go sack them no. Can't spoil. Come here again. You can't spoil my TV. Oh, I go sack them. Don't come here motorway for them. Come.
Do you speak to the cows? Do you speak to them?
Hey, I go look them all. I go sack them. Don't come here. Down you lost. Come like this. You can't spoil. You come that motorway for them. I go talk you. Talk that cow. Don't come motorway. You go lost me. You go come. Why do you lose me? You come here, lorry goes spoil.
But are you not the one who is leading the cattle? You are leading them, and I saw it all. About 2 kilometers, I've been following these cows, and now see. Have you seen what you have caused? Have you seen what this cow, the one here? Okay, this is the accident.
This got me frightened and decided to ask this policeman for assistance.
Cattle. Can you check the cattle? The cattle are on the motorway. They cross from the other end. Call for backup. Cattle should not be on the motorway, please.
So together with my colleague Empress, we decided to finalize our story with our usual stand-ups. Surprisingly, this cow, who seemed to have understood the agenda of our story, drove us out. So we thought the place was a dumping site and a playground for cattle. Little did we know that the stretch was also a urinal, filth and weeds taking over portions of the road.
Human error and carelessness is the major factor. Driver speed and overspeed when we have speed limits on our roads. And people also cross when they are not supposed to cross. Inadequate information and education to road users have contributed largely to the carnage. Like they say, no loading, no parking, yet you can see what is happening here.
Potholes and faulty street lights were also seen as a major problem.
I wonder how the street light is not working, because I remember sometimes they are working on it and they left it. They say, I heard it, they say people remove the cables. So if they are working on the motorway and the power is in the wire, I think no one can remove the wire, and they don't make their mind to do the street light, because if they make up their mind to do it, they can do it.
And we don't have landmark on the road, we don't have road marking, we don't have street lights on our roads, and I don't know why I'm paying to. So one day I will get annoyed, and then when I reach I won't pay too.
It was also noted that drivers, after taking their tickets, immediately dropped them, contributing to poor sanitation in the area.
The money that we used to pay, we didn't have any benefit on it, so you don't need for it to keep the tickets. That's why if we give the money, they give it, then we throw it away, because we don't benefit for it, so you don't need for it to keep it.
Right now, what happens to the tickets whenever you collect it? Do you just throw them away?
Yeah, sometimes I park it in the car, the whole day, and I count the number of tools that I take, then I just throw them away.
Yes, that's it. Obi also besides say, auto ticket no one. Ticket ahina unya a month and a week. You unya say no a week and 1 month. Afaso say no benya. Eti ji ana ye jai. Ye say jai mo mu. Ye de ko na ye jai.
So this brings us to the question of the day. Whose responsibility is to protect this wonderful facility? Is it government, road users, or Ghanaians at large? A question which needs to be answered by patriotic Ghanaians. My name is Kwejo Ichampong.
The Reporter, an in-depth news report from The Reporter.